Yo, what's going on? Sniper Doofus back with another weekly recap. We'll just go over the disclaimers first and foremost. I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just for fun and for entertainment purposes only. Also, I think that's really the only disclaimer I have. So in this video and in this series, if this is your first time watching, all I do is I just go over the trades that I took this week. I do use my MetaTrader app on my phone to bring up these trades that I did take throughout the last week, and I'm just documenting my journey to becoming once again a profitable forex trader. So this week I did end the week on a green, so that's that. And now let's go over the trades I took. So first trade I took was on USD CHF. Okay, so it was this trade right here. So we can see that I've marked it up here. Let me just delete these ads because I'm broke. Okay, so this trade here, I was seeing a bit of divergence here. So if we take a look at this OBV and we take a look here at this, the actual chart, we can see that it's going down here and it's going up here. So this was showing me that this pair was about to go up like very shortly, and it actually just turned out that it didn't, and I just wanted to test it out. So divergence for me hasn't really been working out too well. So in fact I just ended this trade early at only 8.5 pips loss. Normally I lose double that amount or like triple, it just depends on the trade. So I closed this one actually early, and we can see that even if I did have it higher, it wouldn't have gone up and taken my take profit. So it was good that I closed that one early. I'm pretty happy. Heading into the future, I'm probably not going to be looking out for, let me just move this across, I'm not going to be looking for those divergence trades, as they really just haven't been working out too well for me. So heading on to the second trade I took this week, it was on USD CHF once again, and it was here. So I saw this break and retest of this down structure as this overall trend is going down, and we can see that this overall trend is going down, so I shouldn't have looked for a buy here anyway. I should have been looking for a sell, and so this break and retest would have been better. So as I just lost, I was a bit heated about that, and my mental, so my brain, my trading psychology wasn't really all there. So as I took this trade and it started to head into profit, it was kind of just floating around this area right at this key level. I started to get a bit antsy, and so I ended up just closing this trade at like 1.5 pips reward, when in reality if I just let it run, it would have been 18-19 pips profit. You can see there it would have been a nice 19 pips profit, and taking a look back at it, it does look to be a nice break and retest of this level, especially after this rejection here. So taking a look at another trade that we took, this was the only trade that really hit take profit. I could have had 2 wins and 2 losses, and I closed both my losses really early. So this week could have been really nice, especially if I just let this trade run and hit my take profit. But that trade was on Euro USD. So heading on to Euro USD, it was this trade right here, and I actually did end up closing this trade a bit early, something like around there. I mean a bit higher. I think it was around 26 pips or something like that. So there we go. So what I was saying here is that if I just zoom out, I can see that it was in this downtrend here, and then it came back and started to reverse a bit. So it started to show a bit of an uptrend, and it was just showing clear break and retest. So I could see it broke this resistance level here, came back, tested it as support, and that's where I entered into. After this strong pin bar rejection here, what I did was I just entered it, and I actually had my stop loss just below this support level here and below this recent pin bar, so I wouldn't get stopped out. And then I actually fell asleep on this trade, so it was kind of just hovering around here, just around break even for about 4 or 5 hours. I wake up and it's up to here, and so it was only a few pips away from my take profit. And so what I did was I just closed this trade, and I'm really happy with this trade, as it was equivalent to like 1% of the account. So I mean, it was like 2% or whatever, I don't know, but it was like a nice trade that I took, nice 31 pips bagged, even though I only bagged about 27, 28 pips, and that basically wiped out all my losses this week and was my profit as well for this week. So taking a look, I took another trade on USD CHF. Now taking a look at this trade, if I look at it now, it doesn't really look too good, but if I actually show you guys on my Discord my entry, then you guys will understand why I took this trade. So I'll meet you guys once again when I show you the entry. Alrighty guys, so heading into this week, heading into this USD CHF pair here, we can see that around 9:30 PM is when I entered in, so 9:25 PM, and we can see that it was this overall downtrend with this arrow, and then I can see that it broke this lower low down here, and then I can see that it created a lower low, and now it's testing this previous line here, and it was showing signs of rejection. Now something I should have done was wait for this pair to this candlestick here to close. I didn't. I got greedy. I wanted to enter in on this pair, and I was actually watching this trade pretty aggressively, so I was keeping a close eye on it. Now if we take a look on my Discord, just under my trades, I'll show you guys here that I ended up closing, and I wasn't really too happy with the position, so I had just an internal feeling that it was going to shoot up, so I ended up closing it at around like 5 pips or something like that. And if we just take a look at this pair now, we can see that it ended up just shooting through, and we can see if I had just waited for this thing to close, this candlestick to close, I wouldn't have placed this trade, so I could have avoided that loss and it would have been nice. But let's just go into the trades I missed. One of the best trades I missed was on USD CAD. I simply just wasn't awake as this trade came at like 7:30 in the morning, and I was up at 4:30 AM, and I didn't have any sleep yet, so I accidentally fell asleep before being able to place this trade. But I'll just head into it and show you guys, so I'll see you then. So guys, there was actually 2 trades on this pair that I really liked, and this is the one I was looking at. So I can see there was rejection here, I can see this fib chart from up here down to here, that I was looking for an entry around this key level. So what I did was I placed my thing right here, my entry around here, and I was really just looking at this market at around this time right here, and we can see around 3-4 hours after I went to sleep, we can see it shot up, and then as soon as it came up it went back down, kind of tried to retest this 0.5 level, wasn't able to reach it, and it just went down and sold all the way down to the bottom. So that there was a beautiful trade that I should have taken if I was awake for it, and I was really looking. I actually tried to place a pending order on this trade, but because the markets were closed I wasn't able to. Now another trade that I was looking forward to that I just missed because I wasn't watching was this one right here, if I can just remember. There we are. So we can see here that from this level down to here, down to this low, we can see that an entry, a sell entry right in between this 0.5 level, this is what I was looking for, back down to these previous lows like that. There would have been a nice trade I could have taken. Like that would have been a nice trade I could have taken for once again another 45 pips. And this here was another trade I just didn't take. I was playing video games and I was just being silly really. That there was another trade I wasn't able to take. So as I just scroll through these, I'm just going to see if I can quickly find any trades that I didn't take that I did mark up. So just give me 1 second here. Euro USD, I did take that trade. Now this week, if we take a look, like it was super choppy. Like look at this huge sell off. Like how many pips is that? 115 pips in a week, and it's just gone off. I don't know. It was just really choppy. Like that's in a matter of like days. And so we can see like this pair's ranging, and those are really just the trades I missed. So that was about 100 pips I could have bagged. Once again, ad pops up as a break 18-year-old. But those were the trades I missed. 2 beauties here, 68, 45. It's just because of the times that I'm in. Being in Australia, I just have to become more disciplined in waking up early and heading into the markets at those better times. So heading into the future, something I'll be looking forward to is just trying to stay awake for those London and the London and the New York session. If you take a look at my background here, we can just see like it's around 5 PM till 6 AM that these trading times are there for me. So I'm just gonna have to improve my scheduling so that I can actually be awake and trade these times to improve, but at least we ended the week on a grand. If you guys enjoy this week's content and just want to see more, the links will be down below. Someone just left my Discord, but the links to my socials will be down below in the description. Check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment anything down below, and you guys just feel free to message me. So I'll see you guys later.